Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully you can see me or hear me at least. Working on the setup still, but we'll just be a minute here. Can you hear me?
What are we looking for lights?
Go that way a little bit. Go that way a little bit.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. There you go. Yeah, you're good, Tom. Yeah. Hello, hello.
What's up? The light from outside?
Is this the extra one?
Yeah, not much we can do about the light.
It'll go away. It'll be fine. Yeah.
Darkness will happen.
Can you go back real quick?
For sheer.
At some point, the light will go out on all of us.
Sooner for some of us than others.
Anybody with their hat back. Wait, you hold back.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
You missed it? No. I should have periscoped
Oh.
this part.
Did we lose that middle table? Did they leave? All right.
You want to what? You want to move?
No. I said, did they leave?
I think they were taking out.
Good.
Nice. And retweet that we're back live.
Can we get a quick sound check, mic check, etc. from everybody? Hugo?
Mic check, mic check, mic check. Yeah. Oh, man. It's going to come in handy right now.
Mic check. Mark.
One more, though,
Mic
thanks.
check.
Thank you.
All right.
All sound good.
Okay.
Sweet.
Can't hear them.
I got an assistant producer right
Oh, you do. You have that little.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I was like, wait. You're
Fuck.
just guessing that they sound good?
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, boys and girls. All right. So we got to do this. Do me a favor. You ready, when you're ready to start, we're going to hit the stream button again. Turn it off real quick,
Okay.
and then turn it back on and record.
So that you can do it.
And then that's it just makes it easier. Okay. So go ahead and hey, boys and girls, we'll be right back with the start of the show.
Welcome to Sonar. Oh, sorry, you might have some technical difficulties. Feed episode 166. Wow, 166. And it has been a fun one to kick off, folks. Thanks for hanging in there. Thank you for hanging in there.
No audio.
We may have a new opening for a new Latino host opening up very soon. So stay tuned. But thank you, folks,
Hello.
for hanging in there. What's up, man?
Welcome in.
Yeah.
Episode 166 of Sonar Feed. We are live from the Berliner Pub. We're back inside
Yes.
where the wireless internet works much, much better than outside.
Not through the brick
This
wall.
is Hugo's 9th drink he's had in the last 5
Yep.
minutes.
It's been intense.
I'm going to talk to you after the show.
Sounds good, man.
No, I'm kidding. It's all good. It all happens. Thanks for everybody for scrambling to move us outside
Yes.
quickly. We were
That
able
was
to
really
manage
fast.
to, within 6 minutes, get everything back up and running and the show started. So
That was actually impressive.
yeah, we should have done that an hour ago probably, but whatever. That's okay. Anyways, we're live on the show. We're gonna do a little bit of talking about the development of the kids, as it were. I was not able to attend either of the last two matches, but you guys both did.
Yes.
I also did not attend the game on Saturday, but I did watch it at home, and so we got lots to talk about though. But before we do that, since we don't have any guests, we haven't done this in a long time. How's life? Let's catch up a little bit on life, guys, boys and girls. What do you think? How's life?
What's up, man? What are you up to?
Life's going good, man. It's nice being able to make it out to more of these games this year with the scheduling and stuff. So life's going good.
Nice,
Great.
man.
Enjoying the weather, getting the kids out to play, and just being more active on the weekends and stuff. Going
That's
good.
awesome.
So hanging out with the kids and doing everything else? I'm just trying. Just find 1 second here. Right, it's right there.
Sounds the same.
Okay. So why are we tinny? Okay. Awesome. We're just having a fun show here. This is the show that will never air again
Whoa.
on YouTube. Okay, what about you? What have you been doing?
Man, I went to both first match and the Sounders first team match Saturday, and then S2 also on Sunday. Got to do announcing there. I was really anxious to get a goal announcement in, man, and like it's bursting at the seam trying to get a goal out.
Yep. They'll come.
Yeah, no, it will. But it was chilled at radio with some friends. We talked about El Clásico over in Spain a lot. Check that out. So I watched a lot of soccer, man, a lot international, local. So that's kept me. It was a good weekend, man. I can't complain. It was relaxing. Played some games. It was chill. I got to see a friend. Actually, you'd appreciate this. So my buddy Ryan, shout out to Sully. He just got back from his deployment to Afghanistan, and he got back and he bought 60 pairs of shoes while he was gone for 6 months. Man.
Dang, that's living good, man.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
living
good.
good.
And these are not like average pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
I'm talking like these are like really, 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 really nice.
Yeah,
pairs of shoes.
he's on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
He's got a good collection. Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
he had this one big red huge box that it was like a $700 pair of Jordans.
Oh yeah.
It came with a hat, a leather hat. I don't know if you're familiar with which one that is. But I was tripping. It was a $700 pair of shoes, man.
I'm trying to think of what just came out in the last couple of months. Red leather.
Like the box itself is $100.
Yeah, it don't matter. That's still dope. I can't think of what it was, but yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah, that's pretty
appreciate
cool.
that, man. So got a chance to do that. I saw my niece a little bit. It was cool.
Nice.
Always good to see her. She is getting too big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, man? How'd the gig go?
Good. New gig today?
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't go to the games, which we'll talk about shortly. So I can talk S1 because I watched it pretty intently.
How was the broadcast?
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
Nice.
I enjoyed it. So I know that the person sitting to my right is not a big fan, and some people in general are not big fans. But I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed the broadcast. It's a personal thing. I mean, everyone has different things. But I've also divorced the decision-making process, and I missed because I've not been on Twitter. I've been like intermittently on Twitter lately.
Right.
But I just haven't been on exclusively, especially today. I've been focusing on my new gig, and so that kind of became my life.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And my daughter had her last 2 soccer games this weekend.
Yeah, how'd it go?
Not good. They lost 3-0 and they lost 2-1. So, but they're playing up 2 levels, and they went from rec basically to I can't Division 3 or what? Select Division 3 though, or 2 maybe Division 2 select.
Is
So
this
that's a
the team
pretty
that
big
Eric, my
jump.
buddy from high school coaches?
Yeah.
Nice.
And he's a great coach. He's one of those guys. It's funny because he's super intense and like super, but he's good. And they're an interesting bunch of girls because they've come a long way. He's had some of the girls much longer, so he's used to them and how they play. And now some of the other girls have been there for this year.
Yeah.
And they've gone. The team they lost 2-1 yesterday. They lost 3-0 in the first game, back like in January.
Okay.
So I mean early February. So it's only been like 6 weeks, 8 weeks. So they've
improvements.
Grown quite a bit. We're out of sync a little bit. Okay. So we'll have to figure that out. We'll have to look at that. Yeah. Do a refresh. Yeah. Everybody home, refresh.
Literally refresh your screen. Oh yeah, refresh your screens, guys.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
we're playing around with this. We'll see how it goes. I didn't have that problem testing
it out.
but let's try and refresh and see what happens. But anyways, yeah. So that was my weekend. My last couple weeks have been all focused
Overall,
on that.
how was the season for Lily?
Interestingly, it was a weird one because she gained some confidence and lost some confidence in different areas. It's like we talked to Charlie a few weeks ago, and I asked him about how do you deal with letting a goal in.
Right.
And I thought he was great in his response that you really have to focus on what you're doing and look at what you're doing and let that one go. You can analyze it later. You can evaluate it later. And so I was going to propose, I've got the video camera at home, that I was going to say, hey, maybe next year let's videotape the girls because
That's a good idea.
the the practices are great. And then you can watch them, but when they're playing against their team, you can see some of the misconnection there because you're playing against real people now, not your girls you run your team.
It's just the speed of the game.
Speed of the game.
It's totally
exactly,
different.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like when Andy came back in the other day. He hadn't played against real team for 8 months, whatever. So it's a big deal. It's a long time.
It is.
So anyway, so it's good.
Nice.
It was good. It was a good season, and I'm happy for her.
How? What's the average age of the team, or what age?
They're U14 or U13. U13.
Okay.
No, U12. I don't know. Whatever. However the damn thing works, and they're U12.
Okay.
Although now, interestingly, because now they're changing it,
Yeah.
and then now they're not going. They're not. It's not going to be called U12, 13, 14, whatever anymore. It's going to be called 03, 04, 05, meaning the year you were born.
Yeah.
So that's about year you're born. So you're going to have, instead of having all U12s, where my daughter could play because she was born after a certain date, now you have to be born in 03 to play on that team.
In that team, yeah, exactly.
So you probably know that was coming.
Okay.
And it's going to be really interesting because so they're going to play what basically is U14s.
But what if you have like a really talented kid that
you can play up?
Oh, you can
You
play
can't play down, but you can play
Yeah.
up. So what we're going to do
the
is we're gonna
lowest
keep,
you can play at is the year
you're born?
Yeah.
Okay.
we're going to the team is going to hopefully stick together. It sounds like 3 or 4 girls are leaving as always. And so we need to find a couple more, but he's going to play U14 basically. So he's going to play.
Can catch up.
Probably not. Playing up 8 levels is probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
8 years, I mean?
Yeah.
Probably not. Unless she's like Jordan Morris.
Yeah, unless they let her. Well, she might be.
Did I go there already? I didn't even. I don't even know what the story's about. I heard you guys talking about it. So.
Yeah. So let's segue right into it.
Yeah.
It was a crazy lineup, man.
Yeah.
When I saw the lineup, I was like, "What? What?" First, no Jordan, which I'm okay with, to be honest. I mentioned it on Saturday I was on Somos Sounders, which is Spanish radio, and Felipe, he brought it up, and he thought it would be good for Morris to get some time off from starting so he's not, pressured, and just let him come in with the excitement of coming in the second half, hyped up and score a goal and get going and not have that monkey on his back, you know what I mean? So I was okay seeing him not start. But the changes of I think I saw Kovar. Was it Kovar up top and rolled on in the middle?
Kovar got his start,
That was just like, so innovative that I didn't even comprehend it.
Yeah, it was definitely a different look than what we're used to
Yeah.
as far as the lineup goes.
Yeah.
It was good to see Kovar get a look. He's been doing pretty good with S2 and
literally I saw him like Wednesday at
and then to see him with the first team was good. Rolled on. Always good to see him get the start and get that development and get some more playing time. I thought him and Ozzy in midfield, great
Ozzy,
pair. So
and Ozzy's back to his prime, man. He's killing it. I love it.
Yeah, it's good to see that. After him struggling, coming back from injury, and then kind of getting back.
The rumors of the trade.
Yeah. Just to see him back at it and out there doing his thing is great to see.
Yeah, heck yeah, I'm excited about it, man.
So we're talking about the game?
The lineup.
Sorry, lineup.
The starting lineup.
Yeah, so I saw it, and I was like, I like Kovar a lot. You know this.
Yeah.
Again, we'll talk about development in a little bit, but I like watching the youth. It's one of the reasons why you and I got along so good so early on is because you have had that focus. I really like that. I really want that youth starting. So Kovar, I thought was going to be a good start. I was shocked. I didn't really, and you have something that was tweeted today that I didn't see, but I didn't like Siggy's comments leading into the weekend about Morris. I was confused by them a little bit. I'm like, so you have a 22-year-old, 23? How old is he? 23?
21, I think.
21.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, he's
You have a 21-year-old. I've got a 13-year-old, almost 13-year-old. It's not the same, but I understand. To say that he's emotionally unready to go in my words, not Siggy's exactly, but I'm paraphrasing. It felt weird. That was a weird comment to make to me.
Yeah.
It seemed like we were just dumping all the problems on Morris, and I'm just like, I didn't quite understand that. I was okay with Kovar,
Right.
but I felt it was weird leaving Morris off because of his mental issues from losing the Olympic game, the U23 qualifier. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it felt weird.
Some people said maybe it was because of the start and because of his. So I think it's because some people mentioned because he played a couple days beforehand, and because of his diabetes or no, what is he?
Type 1.
Type 1.
Yeah.
To just give him a little bit of a break. Some people mentioned that. Regardless, whatever the reason, I think it was good. I don't mind him getting some time off. Blaming it on him is not cool. Saying that this is because he's not emotionally ready. I've seen him where he gets frustrated, but I don't know about him being emotionally not ready. He gets frustrated because he's not scoring. You can see it when he misses. He wants to score probably worse than anybody in Seattle. He wants to score more than anybody here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
he wants to score for his home team.
Yeah.
I mean,
it always reminds me too of kind of the deal with like Darwin's another good example where everywhere that guy's played, he's always been the man.
Yes.
Like he's always been the premier player on that team. You come on the Sounders, you're not necessarily the premier player on that team.
Yep.
So it's a little different to walk into that, adjust, take that in and grow with it, and then also have to learn how to earn your spot, not just be the guy right out of the bat. So
Kovar, I thought had a great 20 minutes or so, give or take 30 minutes even maybe.
Yeah.
And then kind of they shifted the pattern, they shifted the who was covering, how we're covering, etc. And then he kind of got quiet.
Yeah.
Quieter.
Took it away. Yeah.
The game went away from him. Not bad. I mean, not necessarily hit, but just
But yeah, it
went
looked
away.
great for the 30 minutes.
And you guys talked about it, sorry, when I was looking at that, but Alonso, I thought was
dude.
Excellent.
I love it, man.
Excellent, yeah.
Other than Fry, I thought Fry was amazing too, but I thought Alonso he was the Honey Badger, the pre-2015 injured Honey Badger.
2011, almost,
Honey Badger.
And their offense is really good, especially their midfielder, dude. Piedi.
Yes.
That guy's like started on fire.
That's their guy.
He's legit.
Team.
Yeah.
He literally took him out of the game. He was a non-factor.
He was the team MVP last year, even over Didier Drogba.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
and he already has 2 goals
legit.
and an assist in the first 3 games before us. So he took him out.
Yeah.
Took him out.
Yep.
Drogba didn't want to play on turf again.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
What a child.
I hope we never get.
He's 38 though, I guess. So
yeah, I hope we never sign one of those. Play on turf.
Well, we can't.
Well,
he would never play a home game.
True.
Yeah.
He'd only play like a third of the games total, I guess.
Does
we can enjoy him on the.
Yaya like that prima donna?
I have no idea. I'm not even gonna say I know. I have no idea. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna think about that one. No.
No, there's a rumor going around that they're looking at some Chilean players
Yeah.
that look pretty legit.
That
so
dude,
we'll see.
I saw the 18-year-old.
We'll see.
The highlights were ridiculous.
Vargas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got his number and have you been texting him yet?
No. I gotta have Hugo translate some tweets for me.
Nice.
Anytime.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't involve a cord, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Okay. What about like even shits and getting thrown down by Ozzy? Did you see that?
Yeah. When they're going for the ball on the touchline,
That
Ozzy just doesn't give a shit.
No, that was the
he
best.
wants the ball and he doesn't care who's in the way of it. He's gonna get the damn ball.
When I watched it back, I was like, all I could think of was like, I thought I'd seen it live, and I'm like, that's
Did
weird.
he just throw his own player? Yeah, damn right he did.
You watch it again, and he throws even shit, just fucking throws it down, and then turns around and pushes the other dude down,
guy,
and I'm like,
after he passed it too. That was the great thing. The ball was out of the area.
If he hadn't pushed the other guy, I would have been a little bit worried.
Yeah.
Since he threw down everybody within like 10 yards of him, I was like, no, that's just Ozzy being Ozzy.
Yeah.
Dude, that was the best. That was epic.
That was
so
pretty awesome.
I'm trying to think what else. Remick. How about Remick? Remick, I thought, had a hell of a game until he came out injured.
Yeah.
He was, again, Clint scored. Ozzy had a mammoth game, and Stefan obviously had a big game. But I thought Remick had some just amazing runs and just an amazing overall.
You know, I haven't watched the replays, but I thought he had a couple solid plays. So
Yeah.
I don't doubt he probably had.
Were you watching
really
it
good
at
game.
home or?
Yeah, I was watching it at home.
Yeah.
I thought, he had a really good game. He's one of those guys that are maybe a little under, not valued, but a lot of like sometimes he surprises people with what he can do.
I agree.
You know, he kind of falls.
Because he was starting for a while there. Him and Leo had a little bit of a challenge.
Right.
A year and a half ago.
Sometimes he falls down in depth, but
Yeah.
he's always got that ability to kind of shine. So it's good
Absolutely.
to see him out
Or
there.
sometimes having S2 too, because he started the season with S2 the
Yeah.
first game.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he did well with us too.
He
I
did.
mean,
Yeah.
It's a different
they
pitch
lost,
and they lost. But
yeah.
you can't blame that on
No, right.
one person
But
there.
he
What about
had a pretty
Olex
good game.
though?
So I tweeted it.
Oh, we're talking about the
Well, I just thought his
No,
energy-
in general.
nutmeg
In general.
and the,
Yeah.
okay, all
general.
right, all
But
right.
when Olex came on, well, actually, Morris came on first, right? And I was excited about that. I thought for sure the next sub was going to be Herc. I really thought Herc was coming on next.
Yeah.
So did I.
And then they put on Olex.
Olex.
And then, of course, Fisher had to go on for Remick when he got
Remick,
hurt. So I
right.
was hoping for Herc at the end. I was like,
Yeah.
because that was 3 like solid subs
Yeah.
with Herc and Olex and Morris. Olex came on and Costigan multiple times, which we'll talk about because you watched it. I want to talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Multiple times he said, missed opportunity to pass to his teammate. Foolish opportunity, whatever the words were. I don't remember the
Right,
exact
right,
words.
right.
But there was like 3 or 4 times where it was
But
like,
highlighting the fact that he was selfish with the ball.
yeah.
was-
And
okay.
it's like, okay, he's 19, I think, or 20. He's 20. He's 20.
somewhere- Yeah,
he's young.
He's in that area. I don't
really,
know his
really
age,
young.
for sure.
And this is his first time on the big.
He's played
know.
a couple games now, right?
Yeah.
The dude took that pass. It was a pass backwards.
Yeah.
It was a Pete Vianis special pass backward pass.
The throwback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
And it was just a kick from like me to Hugo, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he comes and gets the ball,
Boom.
runs the whole length of the field, going around. It was like almost like a FIFA thing. I'm gonna go run around you and then run around like
he
Bugs Bunny and just he's so
he
fast.
got a great first touch on it. And the ball fell good for him. He nutmegged that guy and then just split the defenders and took
Yeah.
off. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was amazing though.
It was crazy.
He
Just-
shouldn't have even had the first ball.
No,
There's
and,
no way in
and
a
to be able
million
to
years.
do that in that fast of a
Right.
reaction
then-
is pretty awesome. So
Then he's like at the 30-yard mark, give or take, right? Roughly.
Yeah.
I'll call it. We'll call it 30
Yeah,
yard,
30
whatever,
yard.
25 yard.
About yeah.
And you got Mears sprinting up the right,
Right.
which I didn't see until I saw the replay, and he was wide open
Right.
on the right. Dempsey's like on the middle because Olex is a little bit off right.
He's
and
about 5
Morris,
yards to the side.
Morris is all the way in the left,
Yeah.
wide
He's like-
open.
He's like,
It was like, have you seen Airplane ever or Naked Gun?
Yeah.
Where it's like, with the directed the plane in. Again, I'm not trying to be critical. I'm just trying to live my
View
how
of it,
I
right,
viewed
right.
it.
Yeah.
And all I could think of was like, when he shot, this is gonna be the best play that's ever happened
It's gonna be
in the Sounder history.
It's gonna be a replay like that Freddie goal from
Yeah.
like 40 out, where he
Right.
he beat.
Or we're all going to go, why didn't you hit one of the 3 open guys that were right there? Again, he's 20, he's a kid.
yeah, he
I
is
Not the
20.
end of the world.
Yeah,
I think
he's
part of
he's
it
only
too
20.
is being a guy that comes off the bench when you get a play like that, you want to finish. You want to make a statement.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you want to earn those minutes and make a statement and have people asking, how come this guy's not getting time?
So,
You know?
with all my comments there and criticism, not criticism, but somewhat
Right.
criticism, it was the most exciting play on the pitch that we've had in 4 games.
Yeah.
Yep.
There was
he nailed it.
there was a
Yeah.
couple of moments that were good in the first
Yeah.
couple games, and then they fizzled out.
Right.
But it was one of the most
exciting.
exciting. What are you doing?
Yeah, like people were standing like, that's you completely nailed it, man. So I now I feel biased because, announcing it as 2, the players I get even more attached to them.
Yes.
So when I saw him, I
Yeah.
was going crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, oh my God.
Yep.
And then the energy, man, the whole stadium got up on their feet.
Oh,
and I was like,
absolutely.
I had not felt that since Nova last year when he
Yeah.
was on the run or something like
That's
that.
right.
I just had not felt
That's
that.
right.
So I tweeted that immediately. I was like, Olex just
Wait,
got,
you took your phone out in GA?
Yeah, I was doing security, so I was not in. Yeah, I was just walking. You know what I
Ah.
mean? So, boom.
Look at that.
You know-
That's why he does security, just so you know.
Yeah. Just a
Tough
tweet.
gig.
Just a tweet.
Man, I had to do it. But he literally got people off their seats. Like, people got up. You know,
Yeah,
I was like,
right.
he literally raced everybody at the stadium to get up.
Yep.
And then somebody tweeted me back, like, yeah, but he didn't pass it.
Yeah.
You know, and
Right,
at first I
right,
was like, what? And I didn't see it until I saw a replay that got retweeted
Yeah.
later on. I was so focused on him
Yeah.
and so excited that I didn't even see Jordan so open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, no, and again, the kid's a young kid
Yeah.
who had the opportunity, like you said. I did all this. The only reason they were even on that side of the pitch
It's
was
from the
because
work
of
he
Olex.
did. Right.
And without
And
Olex,
it's-
that doesn't happen. So
Yeah.
I again, as my critical eye, as I look as that, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But as a fan, I was like,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
dude's exciting. He's
Hell yeah.
he's
Yeah.
exciting, and I
Yeah,
want to
he,
see a little bit of that. We're kind of playing really fucking boring soccer right now.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And
on both teams. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not. It's okay if we win, fine.
yeah.
But
No, but it was a selfish play. But he, I mean, damn, you got to have a selfish play every once in a while. You know.
absolutely,
Dude, when you
We
are
all
a
do.
scorer, you want to take the shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's a
Right.
natural scorer, dude.
Yeah.
He's been like that at S2. He's like that for his national team. He scored when he was with them. And he's like that here. And I like seeing that.
Yeah.
I don't want him to always, not see those
No,
guys. But
he made and my point of leading off with that was that he made a couple of those. If that had been his only selfish move, it would have been okay, got it. But he made 4 or 5
Yeah.
plays that were kind of like, oh man.
Yeah.
But again, I'm over it. I'm done.
I think a lot of it has to do with, like I said, he's a kid who's hungry for goals and to make a statement, and wanting
Yes.
to
Yeah.
earn those.
But I'll tell you what.
Minutes,
If I was the coach, which thank God I'm not, right? But if I was the coach, I'd tell him, if you get an assist, you get minutes. I want you to score a goal, but if you
Assist-
get an assist, you get minutes.
Assists are just as good as
Or
goals.
better than
Yeah.
goals
Yeah.
in some regard. But if I was a coach, Siggy,
let him know.
assists. Tell him that if he gets an assist, it's just as good in your eyes. You'll give him minutes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think he's going to be good. I'm excited for his future. I'm excited for it.
Morris didn't really have a lot of opportunities.
No, yeah.
I mean,
That's
okay.
another thing about Morris that is frustrating is a lot of people with the national team were talking about how he doesn't have a left foot.
yeah.
He's always been that way. He's always been great.
Yep.
Get over it. He doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
No.
it's not like he just all of a sudden lost his left foot overnight. He's
exactly.
always played like
Exactly.
that,
Yeah,
and he's
exactly.
always been excellent. So,
Right. Yeah.
where's the criticism? Like, who cares?
For I played good. We already talked about that.
Mears
Mears was
beast.
okay, right? Nothing like
Like
good or
normal,
bad. Just
but
pretty
normal.
good. Yeah,
I think we're used to
I
having
know.
him that it's like, yeah, he's really good. We
Yeah,
like,
right. Trying to think who else. Dempsey's goal was like, you know,
man, he got in there.
it was a great goal. It
Yeah,
also
there was
this
a
is
lot
like,
of people
when you
in
watch
there.
it. Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know how he got it. Got that.
I think it was all about the bounce and the lot. I mean, not
yeah,
lot, but
he's
it
just
was,
in the
he was
right place at the right
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Absolutely, and that's why he's good.
Yep.
That's what we like about him. It was another goal off the set piece. Haven't had
no run of
any-
play.
Years
Yeah.
past, it's been our weakness, and now it's
and that was our only
strength.
score. Yeah, right. But again, we're talking about all this, but I'm not worried about that necessarily. To me, those are little things that correct themselves over that. We're still. This is actually probably. I saw somebody else tweet this. This is probably one of our worst technical games of the year.
Yeah.
but it was our only win.
Yeah.
We should have
Right.
won some of the other ones.
And that's soccer.
That's
And
how
it's soccer.
soccer goes. Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's totally okay. So, what else do we want to talk about?
S2.
I meant S1.
S1. I think that they.
They're in Houston this week.
Yep.
I don't know.
Away.
I haven't even looked at Houston how they're doing. I mean, it's Houston, so they're probably terrible.
Yeah. I don't even know if what's his name.
Sorry, did I say that out loud?
The previous. Yeah, they are. Thank goodness. Our
Kubo?
Kubo is he even with them anymore?
Yeah. The last I checked, I mean,
He's not playing,
I don't
though.
follow him a whole ton,
Yeah, he's
but
not
I'm
playing.
pretty sure he's still with them.
Okay.
Okay, so that's it for S1. Oh, what happened today? You guys, is there something worth talking about? The whole comments about someone blaming the media for the hype.
We could. Yeah.
Is it worth
I mean,
it or not really?
It is
Okay.
what it is. You know, it's
Okay.
past the buck, but
Okay.
it's no big deal. Whatever.
My daughter's third and fourth grade teacher is not going to a game, spending a penny on a game or watching a game until there's a change at the coach.
Wow.
I saw him for multicultural night Wednesday, which is why I couldn't go to S2 the other night. And I'm like, so hey, how you doing there? He goes, I'm just counting the losses until he's gone. He is very.
Wow.
He's so. I mean, again,
There's-
I'm not there. I'm not. I mean, it's interesting though.
There's a lot of people
he's
that,
done.
that have not made that bold of a decision, but
Yeah.
they've voiced that they're not happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is what it is when you're a coach.
I only was Siggy out in the 10th minute until the next season, until the Lions Council meeting of 13 when we lost to when Salary Joseph. That was the only time I've been Siggy out.
The showery experiment.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But,
That was brilliant.
Yeah. But I'm not there yet. I'm not necessarily there yet. I think it's interesting. I don't think he's not the only issue going on right now.
No.
Yeah.
So,
No.
all right. Well, enough of
Oh,
that.
what about the?
Wait. We got to win.
Yes.
Let's focus on that for a
Yes.
moment. We got to
Cheers
win.
to that, man.
Yeah, cheers to that.
3 points. Let's
Cheers.
go. I'll take
Last,
that.
still in last
3
place.
points. Just in the West, not in the West, or no?
No,
How's
we're west and east.
in the no, not overall. I thought
I thought we were still last.
we are the whole league.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
but
okay.
yeah, it's
But
good to get that. You
4
got to
weeks
get
in,
that
yeah,
first win, and it
exactly.
might have been a sloppy game, not technically great, but sometimes all you need is to just get that first W, and you keep
you're
riding
good.
the momentum.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
And don't
That's
give
good.
up playing some of the players.
Yeah.
Experiment a little bit. I'll tell you what. Give Olex a win, start. If Morris needs time to deal with his feelings, according to Siggy, then start Olex. Let him see what happens.
Yeah.
I know he said after the game that Kovar is more comfortable starting than coming in late. Okay, fine, but then.
well,
then
so is
50th
every
minute.
other player. I mean, that's I remember when I used to play basketball. That was what I always
Hold on,
said
you said
too.
that?
You know.
Yeah.
Did he really say that?
Oh, we're ahead of
Kovar
Columbus.
started?
Yeah.
Yes, we're
Yeah,
ahead
I
of
mean-
Columbus.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking. The defending Eastern champs, huh? Wow.
I have 2 words for you.
Wow.
Ohio. 3 words. Right. Ohio. Never mind. All right.
Michigan guy.
Let's
I
move
picked up
on.
what you put down.
I'm
I
done.
picked up what you put down.
I know you did. All right. S2.
S2.
Can we talk about that public announcer guy?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He wants to. He wants
He hasn't. Last year was awesome because he kept talking. We heard him.
He is literally going to erupt when they finally get a goal.
Oh yeah.
I might.
There's just going to be a loud
I
explosion
might,
from the
like-
press box.
Yeah.
Yeah. and
It's gonna be like the Marshmallow Stay Puff Man.
I really feel
Yeah.
bad for the speakers because
Yeah.
they might blow.
It's going to be the craziest
Yeah.
outburst
Yeah.
of Spanglish
Yeah.
in Washington ever.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Like Vancouver levels of victory.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's gonna be awesome.
He's- yeah, he is just gonna be acting a
You
fool.
didn't hear me. You
It's gonna be
shouldn't do
great.
that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do that. No, no, don't do that, Adam.
Yeah.
So okay, S2. Oh, actually, quickly. You watched Costigan. What did you think? Because you weren't here that day, and I know you don't have.
I mean,
Not for you.
my own personal, just my personal deal on it is Costigan's a very sound.
Say it, man.
He's very sound technically. He does a good job with the broadcast, but it is very un-Seattle. Like it's like watching a national broadcast. There's no connection to the team. There's no emphasis on history from Seattle. There's no backstory, no intimate knowledge, no connection. Which I guess some people are fine with. That's cool. I don't personally like it. I preferred Ross's homerism. I'm trying to watch a Sounders broadcast. I want someone who's excited about broadcasting the Sounders. It's just like when you call someone and they're giving you the monotone, and it's kind of like, well, I could maybe look that over for you and get back to you about those
really good monotone tone.
details.
Have you
but,
never talked to him before?
I think that the figures just aren't there for us. It's like, okay, cool. I got the information I needed, but I'm not excited about it.
Yeah.
There's no reason I'm going to come back to it,
Yeah.
Whereas if you call someone and they're a little more friendly and a little more upbeat, maybe with a smile on their face and are excited about it, draws you back to them a little bit more, and it makes a little more connection to them.
Okay.
So that's
I
just
didn't
my take on it.
I forgot to record it, so I didn't
Don't worry
watch
about
it.
it.
Yeah, I don't
But
think he's bad. I don't think it's
Yeah.
a terrible broadcast,
Right.
but it's not what it used to be, and that sucks
Yeah.
because
and
it
I
wa-
think
it was
I think
what
that's
I
what the
liked,
front
so.
office wanted, though.
Yeah, that's the direction.
I mean, I think that's what they wanted. I really
I think
do.
They want to mainstream.
I
a
also
wider
think
base, a
I also
wider-
think yeah,
Yeah.
but I also think they made a mistake, as we all know,
Yeah.
and they let a guy go before they had the other guy locked up, and that's the real mistake here.
Right.
And then they had to scramble, and they found, and we talked about it with him when he was on the show, and he's here. He's here for the year.
Right.
After that, who knows? I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and I mean-
I listened to it. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed the broadcast on Saturday. I enjoyed
It's-
it. And maybe I enjoyed it partly because I had a vodka in my hand, and I knew I didn't have to drive home after the game.
No, right, but that's what I'm
and
saying
et
is it's
cetera.
not
So
a terrible
No.
broadcast. It's not a
No.
bad broadcast.
No, it's okay.
just
Yeah, he's
It's a hell of a lot better than half of what Fox does, and I know
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
on Fox. He's on Univision, right, on Friday nights.
Friday
yeah,
nights.
Friday.
And I'll tell you what, as an analyst, and I told him on the show that if he was here, I don't like him as an analyst at all. I don't.
Nice. Yeah,
I like him. I'm okay with him as
A
the
broadcast.
the
Right, right.
play-by-play.
Yeah.
Color, I didn't care for it personally.
Right.
It's just my
Right.
because I want the color guy.
Yeah.
I'm also him and Keller. I think do well together. I'm not saying they're great, but Keller's had a lot of iffy moments in the last
Yeah.
couple of years, but the two of them play well together.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
anyways, okay,
Yeah.
enough of that.
I gotta watch the thing. I'll make sure to record the next one. Watch it. I like to record the Spanish when they have a Spanish rock because they don't every game.
Yeah.
And for me, comparisons, watch the Spanish and
Yeah.
then the one half in English. And so I've done it once.
You should watch them both at the same time and see what happens.
Oh, man,
Overlap.
that might be hard.
There you go.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so real quick, then we'll go to S2.
Cool.
Shout out to, have you guys ever heard of this guy? James Woolard.
Yeah.
James Woolard.
James Woolard.
What?
James
Brit
Woolard
Fox.
is back on Twitter. He is in a very limited fashion.
Very limited.
At BritVox US, which is BritVoxUS on Twitter. He is back on Twitter. He wanted me to give him a quick little note, and that's good because he's back.
And
so
make sure if you have Facebook, which I'm sure everyone should have
Yeah.
Facebook.
most people do.
Go follow him on Facebook. Friend him on there. He treats Facebook like he does Twitter. It's pretty
He does.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
so,
pretty awesome. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
And his page too. He has a pretty cool page, man.
Yeah.
Brit Vox on Facebook too. His page.
And then Bougie Hooli would like to know who Costigan is. we could arrange
We'll
maybe a
introduce you
speed date
sometime.
one day
Yeah.
where
Yeah,
the two
yeah.
of you could hang out and meet. So all right, so let's talk S2 then. I had the multicultural night where I got the lecture on Siggy out from my
Right,
daughter's
right.
fourth grade teacher, fourth grade teacher, and then I got to hang out with my mother-in-law and my grandma, which is pretty awesome, and watch
Right
my
on.
daughter sing.
Nice,
they had a
man.
little, it was pretty awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, she does choir 5 days a week.
Wow.
And soccer.
3 days are ensemble with 6 of them,
Right.
and then 2 days are with like 30 or 40 of them for choir.
And soccer.
And soccer, and trumpet,
And coding.
and coding. Not much lately,
And
but we
Girl
need to get
Scout
back.
cookies.
Yeah. So I missed.
That's the weekends.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, trust me, I know it is. So I missed Wednesday, and then last night I had to get ready for today. So you guys went. I know the total was like 5-0 and not in our favor. But so why don't you guys talk for a minute about
Between
the
the
game?
two games, yeah, it was actually 5.
Whose fault? Whose fault?
Yeah.
Whose fault was it?
It was
Siggy?
the
What are we talking about?
Okay, S2. The last two
S2?
games.
It's been a learning, development-focused season so far. You've seen a lot of different players even from S1 to S2. There's not any announced goals yet, which I'm very sad because I'm really hyped up about scoring.
Hashtag Hugo Curse.
Nope, 'cause I was there last year. I was there last year. No, don't blame it on Hugo. No. But you know what? I did not wear my taco shirt to the S1 team, to the first team on Saturday for the first time, and they won.
Oh.
Yeah,
Maybe it's time to retire the taco
So,
shirt, man.
I didn't go and they won, so I've been told not to go.
Oh,
And I'm like, hey, I guess I could sell the rest of my season and stay home.
We must replicate that.
Because you know what I did?
Wow,
I
that's
went to
amazing.
Asadero Sonola, and then
You
went
did?
home. Yeah. and then came home and drank on my sofa.
Where was the invite?
Awesome.
Where was the invite? Yeah.
Well, next home game you want to skip, let me know. We'll do it. But
Oh,
all right, so
God.
S2. Talk about S2. Wednesday night game. 2-0.
So I had to watch the broadcast of the Wednesday night game. I couldn't make it out. Sunday I was in attendance, but yeah, Wednesday I had to watch the broadcast. What did you think about Wednesday?
I wanted more goals.
Yeah.
So I want goals, man. Let's see. Who did they play on Wednesday again?
Sacramento.
Sacramento. Yeah.
They have a really good. Man, we just been playing teams that have really older and more established teams that are really only focused on winning. Man, that's their only focused winning. They don't really have a developmental, plan with it. So we're having players like, I'll give you an example, and it's a guy that we both think highly of, Toby, who, in my opinion, as 18-year-old, halfway across the country, playing with S2, has done an amazing job.
Yep.
And I was watching him on Sunday against James Johnson, was it?
Jason
Johnson?
Yeah.
And the guy is literally twice his size.
Yeah.
Like, this guy is huge.
He's a MLS vet. He's played for the Jamaican national
Chicago,
team.
The Fire. The San Antonio team had 5 players that had MLS experience, man.
So talk to me about this damn Daniel. Do you know anything about damn Daniel?
Back at it again with the white fans. Yeah.
What?
Damn Daniel.
Damn Daniel. Yeah.
I gave away my tickets to Sarah and Beth, and they went. And I guess the goalkeeper was Daniel, right? I think. No. Another player on the team. And so I guess they were yelling, "Damn Daniel!"
Yeah, nice.
The whole time.
Nice.
So, anyways.
Oh.
Villanova upset?
Oh.
Yeah.
Last second 3-pointer.
Villanova.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a
Villanova
heartbreaker.
beat North Carolina.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Sorry, a little bit NCAA.
Little
That's it.
crazy
That's
finish.
it. Done.
That's the final.
Yeah. Oh,
Jordan
okay.
crying memes.
That's right.
Jordan meme.
Crying Jordan meme alert. Guarantee there's going to be at least 20 of those out there in the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't the goalkeeper. I know that. I misspoke
Yeah.
anyway. But it just seemed like, well, I've read the articles now. You forwarded me one of them, and there's a lot of experts who have never watched the Academy ever.
Yeah.
It's funny. Someone like Dave, who had to go walk Aslan here, but he was watching earlier. It's interesting that Dave and you are probably two of the most knowledgeable. Jesse actually does quite a bit. He watching too. He goes to a lot of the games too.
Of actually watching the
Academy,
kids.
etc. But it's interesting. What are we here for in S2? We're here for development.
Yeah.
We're here to bring, according to the beginning of this year, they said our goal.
The mission
stated goal,
statement?
The mission statement.
Yeah.
Is to bring a player on the USL team to the MLS within 2 years, I believe is what it said. Right?
Right.
And they only want people on the team that will be there within 2 years.
Yeah.
And that's a great conceptual theory.
It's a great quote.
It's a great quote.
It's a great
and
quote.
in theory,
Yeah.
it's fantastic. Practice is going to be something very different, though. And that's what is wrong. There you go. The Jordan memes are starting. So, to me, I don't care if we lose every single game. I don't want to.
I don't want to. I want to announce some goals, guys.
I don't want to.
I know.
If we develop and we actually put in the kids all the way through and we find the right players, that's what I want.
Yeah. Look, I love seeing Olex Anderson with the first team doing what he's doing.
Andy Craven from last year. Until he got hurt.
If we have 2 or 3 guys like that contribute, I'll take it. I agree. I don't want it. Of course, I don't want the guys to lose. We want to make sure they have a winning culture mindset.
Yeah.
But I think that is the focus, to develop them in the right way. And I think
Yeah.
you could talk about that a little bit more.
Developing our own players, our own academy players, is definitely a backseat issue with S2. It's something that they haven't done, something that they don't seem to show interest in doing. Having your college draftees come in and get time is great. It's not a bad thing to use S2 for, but be upfront about that. Don't tell people that you're going to take care of your academy guys, that you're going to take care of your players that you've developed through the years, and then lose them to a rival before the season starts or cut them. It could be so much more. It's frustrating because it really could be so much more, and we are not utilizing the team for the homegrown talent that we have the way that we could.
Yep.
And it's not something that you need to go and follow, every single academy guy and talk to people. Just pay attention to what is actually going on. Don't just read the headlines of what the Sounders are putting out. Actually pay attention to what's going on and pay attention to where these guys are ending up. Like, they are at USL level right now.
Right.
And that's what you want to develop. The guys that we get out of college, we draft, are USL level.
Yeah.
So why don't we develop our academy players? We've already spent all the money and all the time. They already know our system. They already know the staff.
We talked about this before. Yeah. Part of it is you have a new guy who comes in and he wants to put his own stamp on things, right? And
well, part of it is that the old
regime.
Yeah, the old regime didn't do a good job of keeping the rights to a lot of these players.
Yeah.
Whether they didn't see them being future prospects or if they just didn't understand that they needed to do certain things to keep their rights, whatever. They're doing a lot better job of it now. The guy that's in place now understands those things.
Yes.
He's doing a lot better job.
And so we have to be patient.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing Toby playing right off the bat.
Exactly, and Nick Hines is another one. We're seeing,
they have played probably the most minutes. Or most of the games.
I can't pronounce them. Number 88. What's his name?
Amir.
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 No, but what's his last name?
Aluzetic.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Aluzetic.
Aluzetic.
Something like that. Yeah.
I don't have it in front of me, but
it's a mouthful.
Okay.
But I mean,
but isn't he also?
He's a college guy. He's another guy that we drafted this year.
Oh, he's a draftee.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm sorry. I missed. Okay, that's right.
So, but you see, like Mathers. Mathers is a really good.
Yeah.
He's had a couple of really good games.
And where do we get him from?
Draft.
Duke.
He's a Duke kid. Yeah.
Yep. And Tony also is a draft.
It's right. Alfaro's another draft. It's good to use it also for our draftees because we're gonna get kids every year out of the draft that we can try to develop. But at the same time, we're totally ignoring these academy kids that are either at the end of their college career or, in some cases, like one of the guys we were talking about last week, he's going to play at community college. This is a kid that could challenge this year to maybe get minutes with the first team if he's really given a chance to develop.
Yep.
And he's going to play at community college.
Yeah.
He's destroying community college because it's not a challenge to him. He's not developing. Right. There's no.
Yeah, you're done at that point.
That's just frustrating to watch because it's like you're telling people that this is what it's for, but you're not really implementing.
So let me just paint a scenario for a moment here. We have a player in Zach Scott who is 34, 35 now.
Mm-hmm.
Who played for the A-League Sounders, etc., right?
He's younger than me.
Yeah. He's better looking than you.
Damn, man, you're cold-blooded.
He's better athletic.
Wow.
His kids look better than your kids.
If I had any.
That you know of. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
Damn. I set that one up for the beginning. I'm sorry.
Wow.
No, it's all right.
You'll never forget a cable again in your life.
I'm just kidding. I'm fucking
I'll
with
put
you.
up my niece on anybody. So I'm all good.
Your niece is probably cuter than his kids. But
no question. Sorry,
but Zach Scott is one of those guys that he's a fringe MLS player, right? I mean, he's in the 18. He starts occasionally when we have a depth issue.
Right.
But he's a guy who, when you look, if you had the system set up the way it is right now, we would have shipped him out of here and we wouldn't have had him here.
Maybe.
Most likely.
Most likely,
Just play
but
along
maybe.
in my scenario.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
But we have Chris Henderson, Kurt Schmidt, and the rest of the guys flying all over the globe, trying to sign an 18-year-old from Chile or
Chile.
Chile, yeah,
Right.
And then looking at they've been in France, they've been in
Japan,
all over the place. I mean, a million countries now. Well, not a million, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And they're out there looking for that guy that's maybe not this year for Vardes, but maybe it's a couple years down the road or whatever. But they're looking to get guys like an Oba or whoever else,
right,
and bring them in. So you have this. Where are we going?
Right, but once again, they're
everybody.
looking for that guy for the first team. They're not
Correct.
looking for him for
I
S2.
know.
Is what I'm saying is you have a great outlet in S2 that is being partially utilized really well for those draftees.
Yep.
Excellent. They're doing a great job with it. Everywhere else, there's room for improvement.
But if you're out there signing that guy, that's a spot
right.
that you don't need this guy over here for, potentially.
Right, but so S2 season's already started. They've already not signed guys, and they haven't already picked up the guy there. So why would you pass on a dude that shows promise for just like with your announcer? Why would you let go of a guy that the fans enjoy and that does a great job for someone that possibly could not sign, and then you're stuck with a dude that just is the mercenary of broadcast guys? But it's just it's
Why
one
is
of
the sky blue? Why
it's
is
just one of those
sea
things where
green?
it just doesn't make sense to have these guys available to you and to bring them in and then play them out of position during trials or tryouts, and then cast them aside and not really give them a fair shake. It doesn't make any sense. He was on the show just recently, went in with S2 in the preseason. He was a Herman semifinalist, scored the most goals in NCAA, I think, that year. Set a new record for his college for goals scored in Division I. And left for a semester to come and try to earn a pro contract, and lost his eligibility to play in the spring league. So he's now currently sitting, not playing, and S2 passed on him. So once again, are we really utilizing that team to its full capability? I think if people, it's one of those things. This is a negative aspect of S2. Not everything they do is bad. Not everything is negative. But
this is
$250
check this week.
Like the glaring issue
right
now.
Check the mail.
This seems to be the glaring issue right now with S2 is we don't take care of our academy guys.
To me, it seems like they saw it, they realized it, and they're starting to maybe partially go to that when you see some of the younger players. Of them.
But we literally have one academy guy signed again this year. We had Duncan last year.
Who's the one?
We have
academy?
Schweitzer signed this year.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Once again, after the big story that they told in the beginning of the year and how this year was going to be focused on that, we have Schweitzer. And people, the academy guys are playing up, but they did last year too. People just didn't pay attention.
Exactly.
Lorenzo was out there.
Yep.
Kurtz got
Oh,
time.
man, yeah, he did.
And
He's
Walla
actually looked
Bowana
really
played
good.
at the end of the season.
Yep.
So
And he's also been good.
Seth Carawalla played in goal. So they were there last year too. This isn't an improvement over the last year.
Yeah.
No.
I agree.
So it really is a lot of lip service, but it's not a lot of action. So
I know you forgot the cord, but did you bring my soapbox?
The what box?
My soapbox?
Oh, yeah, it's there.
Okay.
Boom. You're good to go.
it's under the stool. Yeah.
I'm an ex-Seahawks season ticket holder that was not overly enthralled with the hiring of
The great coach that we have now.
the asshole that is a great
Who
coach.
took us to the Super Bowl.
The asshole
The
that took us
greatest
to
championship in the
the
history of this city and community.
the asshole
Yeah,
who
the greatest-
destroyed kids' lives
the
down in
greatest
USC.
sporting
Yeah, that guy.
accomplishment in
Yes.
the history of Seattle.
Yeah, that was done on the backs of the children in California.
Did you just call?
I said the children. That was good. That was pretty good. Wow, that was pretty solid. Wow, right off the cuff too.
It was totally off the cuff. That's
Off the
awesome.
backs
All
of the
right.
children.
Anyways, and John Schneider, who is a
Genius.
terribly awful public
Genius.
speaker / voicemail reader,
But he's an amazing genius who wears
but he's
a
an
wrestling belt with
absolute genius when it comes to draft and
Depth,
player
yeah.
depth.
Right.
They had a relationship with our team
Right.
that masked or hid or
The ineptitudes.
glossed over
Right.
some challenges that we are now seeing. And it feels like in the last year and a half to 2.5 years, there's been a lot of
Weird decisions.
really weird decisions that have been made, top to bottom, left to right, everything. And it's a very disconcerting feeling for somebody who was there. I wasn't back in the old days, but I've been here from the MLS days. It's been a weird experience.
Right.
Odd hires, odd fires, odd let go, etc. So,
Right.
but I'm willing to go to the end of the days to, it's not Sounders until we win, it's Sounders till we die,
No,
right?
right.
And
But that's another thing too that gets really frustrating is when you try to voice displeasure with something or point out failures on crap. It doesn't mean that you don't care about the team. If anything, you care more.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. If we weren't doing this here,
the damn grass
if we
isn't
weren't
always
doing this here,
green,
man,
Yeah. Right. We're not. Yeah.
It's not all rainbows and kitty farts. Like
Right.
sometimes shit goes down and you have to comment about it.
Yeah.
When I was elected to the Alliance Council, which
You
by
want
the
to vote
way,
again this year,
no,
I'm saving it for you.
no, which by the way, I was elected in less than 24 hours, just by putting a tweet out, which is fine. But I was told by the former president that there was people up in the front office that were worried or concerned that I had been elected. And that I did a Japanese TV interview a couple years ago through that person. I was told not to say anything publicly until after it was over because they were worried about it. And it's like, have you never looked at this thing and said, hey, wait a minute. All press is good press in some regards, and we're not here trying to talk bad about anything. We bring players on who have never been in front of a mic before. How many guys have gotten up from the show and gone, that was awesome. I've never talked in front of people before with lights.
Right.
Yeah.
And granted, we're just here at a pub hanging out and having fun as fans. But they're like, that was awesome. I really enjoyed that. Including guys that now go on major radio, major interviews on the world, world TV station.
Right. Or
That's
we're
all
told
we're
not
trying
to
to
come
do
on
here.
the show anymore.
But, it's like, hey, we're just here having fun. We're just here having a good time.
It is, man.
It
It is
just-
something that we do
Don't-
it because we love it, man.
The issue is the team, the fans, the supporters, we're not going to just all up and leave.
No.
They know
No.
at some level.
The commitment's there regardless.
Right.
It's one thing to sit there and think that everything's great and, I love the Sounders. But if you can realize that some crap goes on
Yeah.
and accept that and still love
Yeah.
the team.
But what's cool about it is that, I'm not stroking his ego, but there's a guy sitting to my right who's done some really good work this year that has gotten the ear of the team that made some changes. One of them is that my $250 check that I got at home.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
a lot of the reason it's there is because of the guy to my right.
Right.
Which now my kids can eat next week. Thank you, by the way. My kids can eat. But no, but all joking aside, but really without that push, we would be not sitting in a great spot right now.
Right.
As far as that, the money was just sitting there doing nothing. Now we have it back.
Yeah.
Right. Which, yeah,
Looking
exactly.
out for the fans.
Yeah.
And regardless on that whole situation, the fact that they didn't do something to update the people whose money they had as far as what was going on, and
Right.
they sort of did. There was a little bit of a information leak, but they didn't do it. I think I heard it through the Alliance Council,
Yeah.
which I guess is kind of our source, but I'm not a season ticket holder.
Right.
So I don't
So you
really
don't-
have access.
Right.
I technically don't have access to Alliance
Right.
Council.
Right.
But I did buy into S2. So not everyone who bought into S2 has tickets to the first tier.
Right.
So
I guess my point of this whole rambling, sorry, I've been a little rant, but just stop being dumb. Listen to your fan base, poll your fan base, talk to some folks, which I know is happening, who are involved and are passionate about it. Yes, we are the quote-unquote 1%. We are the vocal minority. But you know what?
There's a lot of teams that wish they had us.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
We added a lot to
Yeah.
the environment.
There's people that flew out from San Antonio,
For
for the S2 match,
Yeah.
that Yeah, to
Brought a tifo.
to hang out and
Sorry, tifo.
Tiffo.
to hang out and see how we do things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they see that we have
Right.
a passion that is, we love our team, man.
Right.
I'm going to interrupt because we were told this. They came over to say something to us afterwards on the way out of the park, and they said, we actually started this group in 2009 because we were watching Sounders matches and saw how awesome it was and how passionate the supporters were.
That's awesome.
And we wanted to do that. And to me, that's less about let's toot our horn. That's just cool to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah, dude.
like that. You're halfway across the country, and they're like, "We're going to start something awesome."
Yeah.
And frankly, look at them when their first USL match, and they sent 30 people to Seattle.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
And had a great time. So that's kind of what it's all about.
And that was Tom, the co-president of ECS, who will be on the show next week with
Yeah.
Heather, also
Segue.
co-president of ECS,
Segue.
talking about San Antonio, the supporters. And did you fly 30 people up for a USL game
It's pretty cool.
and bring a tifo? That's
pretty-
although I don't know.
You're
I
doing
didn't-
it
I
right.
didn't- Did you ask him about the white flag? Did anybody ask him about the white flag? I know we made fun of him about it, but did they? They knew, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but they brought a white flag and they're waving the white flag, and we
Yeah.
accept your white flag or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
Yeah, but
your surrender.
I mean,
We accept your surrender. Yeah.
also, just how many teams have a live video streaming broadcast?
I know of one.
that has been on for 3 years.
Almost 4. Dummy.
Almost 4.
Sorry, Dummy was from.
No worries, man. No worries.
I
mean-
Gregor and Manley.
It's something that I've seen a couple that are starting to pop up, and
Yeah.
they're doing
One
it
in New
once
York.
a month.
Yeah.
New York, I forgot what team. They have 3 or 4 that they all suck. I can't remember which one's which.
Portland.
Yeah, one of them, the Manchester City one. That one.
Oh,
Anyhow,
New York City
that-
NYFC.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of fans that take the time, money away from their family,
Yep.
away from focusing on their job,
Yeah.
away from everything, to come out here and talk about something that we're really passionate about.
Yep.
So it's something to just.
And we're gonna keep going. And right now, we're at a funny crossroads here with sonarfeed. We're having this. We've had a great run this year, and we're doing some upgrades on the show. We're trying to. Tonight,
Yep.
I know, is a little off. We have some video, audio syncs.
Right.
So
Right.
good. I'll bring the cord next week.
But
Don't
the
worry,
end
guys.
of the
There's always growing pains.
Well,
Yeah.
absolutely. But the
Right.
reality is, when we did the testing last week, the fact that I can go on YouTube and watch the show now is fantastic. I
Right.
mean, it's
Yeah.
way better.
Right.
So there's little things we're gonna keep doing to
Yeah.
make the show better, and we're gonna keep going
Great
better.
support from the new
Mark,
producer.
yeah, Mark, our
and
producer.
our unspoken producer,
Adam
in the
over there.
background.
Adam, which, by the way, Bootstrapper Studios.
Yeah.
If you need good live video streaming,
For your events.
go with them.
Yeah, hit him up.
He has to pay for a huge new mortgage for his mansion in Tacoma. No, I'm just kidding. It's Tacoma, so it's like $8 basically for the house. Yeah, per square foot. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but we have like 10 friends here hanging out
Right.
on their,
Yeah.
on a Monday night, chilling, because they want to voice and talk about the rights and the wrongs about what's going on with the club at all levels.
Exactly. So, we're having fun. We're gonna keep doing it, but don't be dumb. Don't make dumb decisions. Ask for help. It's
Yeah.
okay to be wrong. It's okay to admit you're wrong.
Yeah.
We do.
Actually, that works out best, man. Look at the lady, what's her name, from the women's national team. Right off the bat, she said,
Abby Wambach.
yeah, I take full responsibility. You know, she got feedback from a couple guys that probably wasn't the nicest thing, but
No,
everybody
it was,
appreciated that she owned up immediately for
Yeah.
it. you know?
It was the inappropriate response. I understood where it came from, but it was totally wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong forum and wrong response.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Not cool. Not cool. All right. So what else do we have going on today? Anything else?
Staying
you
on
go.
S2. What
We're
about?
almost done.
Oh, okay. I was
No,
just
no,
gonna
we have
say.
like 10 minutes. Last questions from anybody? Ask any questions.
Yeah. Any
please.
questions or whatever? Just kind of the S2 and the difficulties they've been having producing goals or getting goal scoring opportunities, and where you guys think that's coming from?
The middle. I just
Siggy. Keep talking.
It seems like that we keep going out wide every single time. I don't see anything going through the middle, man. And
But let's think about who's been in the middle. Ben Mathers.
Zach
Mathers.
Mathers.
Why do I want to call him Ben Mathers?
I-
There's like
I
four
call him
times now I've
Eminem.
done that.
Marshall. Just
I
call him
wanna call
Marshall.
him
Marshall
Eminem
Mathers.
But why do I keep
Marshall
calling him
Mathers.
Ben?
I don't know.
Is there a Ben on our team?
No.
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 No, I
I
don't
had
think
Ben
there's.
Mathers stuck in my head for
I
some
don't
reason. But Mathers and Sturgis.
Yeah.
And who else has been?
And Sturgis.
That's another thing, man.
that's a-
Sturgis has been quiet. Too
Real
quiet.
quiet,
For my
but
liking.
another-
I guess Farfan was in the first game.
Right,
Him
right,
too.
right. But Sturgis has been dropping back almost as
Yeah.
like another center back.
Yeah,
He's
man.
been
And I would
way
think
back
he was
there.
going to dominate like Jason James, whatever his name was.
Jason Johnson.
Yeah. And he hasn't dominated it like he should.
Yeah.
You know, because
It's
he has
a-
a lot of experience.
It's a little awkward watching them adapt to a 4-3-3.
Yeah.
They don't have a
Same thing with the
creative
first team.
mid, like you were saying. In
Yeah.
midfield, there's no real creative mid. The forwards don't really create. They don't really have a forward that creates for
Not
themselves.
like an Oba type.
right,
like,
right. There's no one out there creating for themselves.
Olex. He
And
would.
their fast breaks are just they're slow breaks.
Yeah.
You know, so the team's always able, the defense is always able to get their shape, defend well.
Yeah.
They never have numbers. You
And
know,
let's be
the-
honest, playing on Starfire, it's a
It's
small
narrow.
pitch.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
narrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So-
they tried to get it over the top a lot to Andy, who's been busting his, ass all year
a
long.
lot. Yeah,
A lot. Covering all ends.
Andy's been putting in work, but when you see the forward trio receive the ball, it's almost always 20, 25 yards away
Yeah.
from goal. And then they have to
Yeah.
turn and try to create
Yeah.
something. It's just not happening.
No.
They should really look at. I'm super biased on this one. Mexico, El Tri, they have switched to a 4-3-3 this year. Just so you guys know, and they're running it really, really, really well. I know I'm biased, and it's a whole different level. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But it all starts at the middle. Guardado is the best center mid. He might be one of the top 5 in the world. I'm biased, of course, but he's really, really good, and it all starts there. If you don't have somebody creative like that,
Yeah.
it's going to be hard.
Right.
We're going to see what we're seeing, which is starting, we have our forwards trying to create from 30 yards out.
I know we got we do have one academy guy, Stephen Bankson, who's been on the show before,
Oh, my God.
coming in for a trial
What?
starting in next month.
Oh.
Yeah, so we'll see what he can do. He's had some pretty good success in college. He was an excellent attacking mid for the academy, but he told me that he's kind of switched his style up a little more defensive. So we'll see how they play him. I haven't seen him since. I didn't see him a whole lot at Cincy because they
I
didn't.
watched a little bit, but not much.
I'm really
Yeah,
hopeful that,
When
and it's a little bit because
Jordan comes back. Does that not change everything when Jordan comes back?
Yeah. So when
He's that creative guy in the middle, right?
no, he's not really creative. Schweitzer's more of a. He'll be more of a Aussie type of player, but he's a very good start.
But
like
his distribution is, and that's what I
he'll
guess
start.
I
He'll
say
start the
creative.
push forward.
Yes.
Right.
But the distribution is where we're lacking.
Excellent. Yeah, especially out to the wings. He
Yes.
can pop a ball over the tops of the wings really
Right.
well.
What do you think about the guy that came in at the end? He's come in at the end of the very last few times. Hank.
Handwalla?
No, Hank. Not Hank.
You pronounce it.
I know, dude.
Okay, I'm
it's
just
I
curious.
can't think of the
No,
names
it's-
right now.
Harrison
I know,
Kurtz?
I'm giving you a hard time.
Kurtz.
Kurtz?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kurtz.
Okay.
Harrison Kurtz?
I
Yeah,
think he's looked good, man.
Yeah,
I would
he's
like
a-
to see him get more time.
Yeah, he's another academy player. Has done really well with the academy. He's got good skill on the ball, good passing. They're playing him on the wing. He's I've seen him play both center mid and out on the wing for
I
the
would
academy.
like to see him center mid, dude.
Um,
I think he could.
He's
do
good.
something.
He pairs up with the games that I've seen him as center mid. He paired up with Lorenzo,
Okay.
and it was against a Galaxy, who was a real scrappy team. And Lorenzo and Harrison took some serious damage in that game. They were just beating the crap out of him in mid. So it's hard to really gauge his game in midfield when all he was is just every time he got a touch, they'd just slide tackle him. But the games I've seen him out on the wing, it seems like that's kind of where they play him on the academy more often. He's done really well. He's gotten upfield. He's joined the attack. He's provided service,
he's
inward.
come in very limited minutes, like the last 5-10 minutes of both the last 2-3 games.
Okay.
And another one that I don't think people have gotten a really good look at in the academy, who's really gonna shock people when they get to see how good he actually is Handwalla Bwana. That kid is amazing on the ball.
Yeah.
When he can get space, when he can get an opportunity to get a shot on goal, he's got a great nose for goal. The last academy game I saw him play, he scored a hat trick. Just awesome kid. He's going to UW. He's committed to UW. He'll be a fun one to watch once they kind of get their
and you can tell
formation.
he's
in
the first
game
sub.
started,
He's the first or second sub in every game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Sarah has a question, and I'm going to pronounce it wrong just for this reason.
Okay.
J No Hope or Still Have a Hope?
John Hope.
I know.
John Hope.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But that's the question. Still have a hope or no hope?
Oh no, definitely have a hope. Yeah, he.
No, not about him though. In general, I think in general about S2.
Oh,
the S2
so
question is still have a hope or no hope? And I know it's not.
For
it's no hope. Right?
John Hope.
John Hope.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Whatever,
S2. So I think there's still hope for S2. They're gonna struggle for a while. They have a couple pieces missing. Schweitzer coming back will help.
Yeah.
He's like the thing with Schweitzer, he'll be the distributor. He'll kind of be that guy in the role like Ozzy will, a 6, if you will. But he's also a field general. Like he will be out there.
Yes.
Telling people where they need to be. He'll make sure people know, danger close.
That's what they really need, man.
They need someone
a
out there
leader.
vocalize it because it's silent. on the
Last
field
year,
right now.
Yes.
it was all oh my God, the captain.
Sanyang.
Yes.
He's
Yeah,
hurt
Sanyang.
still,
Right. Sanyang's injured, but
He was the guy who was.
he'll come out. He'll
Need
come
that.
out and he'll corral the guys and make sure everyone's in their correct position and he'll make a difference. He'll definitely make a difference. But it starts with him and it.
I agree. I hope.
Yeah, and it pushes forward. But we'll definitely see. He's expected. He's hoping, not expected. He's hoping to be back for the game on the 12th, which is the
we have
next
two more
game,
questions.
so.
Go ahead.
I really like that we it sucks that we're 0-3 and haven't scored that many goals, but I really like that we're playing a lot of young guys, man.
Yeah.
The first game not so much because we had a couple first teamers, but since then, man, I mean, Toby's getting tons of minutes. Zach's getting a lot of minutes. Lorenzo's come in both the last 2 games. Wallace come in the last 2.
Lorenzo,
Andy's back to full speed.
Harrison,
Kurtz. There a lot of young guys are getting a lot of time, and later on in the season, if they get a nice run going, it'll pay off dividends if they play some of these guys again.
Yeah, well, and Vic's out there, Mansory as well is getting time and stuff.
Exactly.
So hopefully, he can push forward with his development as well.
What you got on the questions?
Adam, Wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Oh, yeah. I wish someone could have made that intention.
Would like to know, in 2 weeks, it's the Reigns first game.
Okay.
If I never mind. I won't. Never mind. Who's going to be there to help kick the season off right?
At Memorial?
Are they asking
Not
us?
Abby. Oh my God.
Oh, my God.
Damn.
Oh, Veronica Perez got signed.
Yeah, that's right.
But she might not play till next year.
Oh.
What?
Because she's playing for a team in some other team in like.
Because she played for the Sounders women.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
And she dominated.
Yes.
Yeah,
She
her
scored.
and Diane's,
Yeah.
Kate Dinas or whatever.
But I read
whatever
it.
it is.
Sounder Hart. Shout out, Sounder Hart.
Look at Mark right now.
I'll take one.
Oh, shit.
So her team in Europe basically has her under contract. The season goes till October, so they're not sure if she's going to come in immediately and whatnot. But she's a Mexican national L3 player.
We would love to establish and continue to grow a relationship with the folks at the Reign.
Absolutely.
Are
Absolutely.
you okay there? Oh my God! Oh my God! Woo, someone give that man. Woo, give him an
All right,
award.
last question. Is there any salt on the table? No, there's not. There is no salt on the table at all. Don't worry about it. It's all there. All right. Last question. Was
I want to go to the game.
day?
Why I go?
My first day was.
Do you want me to
fantastic.
answer,
Yeah,
or-
would you go answer? Please, go ahead.
It was fantastic. Go ahead.
What was fantastic?
my first day.
His first day?
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was really fantastic.
Was.
He's exhausted a little bit, a little
Yeah, I'm
parched.
tired.
Yeah.
A little parched.
Parched.
Kind of tired.
Yeah.
Life's a little different than
He's back to work.
Yeah, than being at home taking care of the kids. Now you're back to work.
Dealing with my
But it was
wife all day
excellent.
long.
He's a little tired. He could do with a nap.
He's really,
Yeah.
he needs
I
some
could
loving.
Maybe
I
a cold beverage.
Loving, not
so
like
I
that.
get well
I'm just
taken
saying,
care of.
Support.
You know we're still online, right?
Sorry.
No, but it was a good day. It was a good day. It was. It's been a while, so Hugo.
I like that. I meant like, yeah. Great
Life
job.
is good. Life is good. Yeah.
I keep thinking.
Life is good, and I want to say thanks to everybody. I had a tremendous amount of support throughout the entire period. It's the first time since I was basically like 13 and had a paper out that I had any extended non-working. So it was a weird time for me because I don't just sit around and I did a lot of baking.
Yeah, a lot of cookie
and it
selling.
showed when I put my pants on today. Oh my God.
You got
Jesus.
really good at Star Wars.
Got really good at Star Wars. So
GTA.
now I have to go on a extended diet here to get back to my
Playing shape?
Yeah, my playing shape, yes.
Mid-season
But
form.
no,
Yeah.
life is good. I'm very happy. It's a good opportunity. Completely new industry. Completely something different for me. And I'm excited about it. So it's utilizing all my skills.
LFG.
Let's go. So that's awesome. Fun
Cheers
talking to you
that.
guys.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers
Cheers.
for that. Cheers.
Cheers.
Life is good. Life is good. At the end of the day, the bottom line, as I take my sip there, is I'm trying to think how many like bad cliches can I put in one sentence, and I did pretty good
I'm
there.
gonna go with 5.
5. When you peel back the layers of the onion, and you get to the heart of the issue.
Was the artichoke?
You win by inches.
You win by
the ball
inches.
over the goal.
Oh boy.
I hit a home run. No, but no, it's funny when you stop and you think about it. When you surround yourself with people who are good, strong people, and you listen and you have a good friendship, and it's fun. Life is good.
Yeah, man.
The down parts suck, but when you have good people around you, it makes it all worthwhile. So, yeah.
Yep, been there. I
yeah.
couldn't have gone through my tough times without your support. You and Lee,
Yeah.
The wife and friends.
Yeah.
Man.
Makes
Yeah.
a big difference.
It is.
So
It
just we'll keep doing. We'll keep having fun, and
Yeah.
there will be some episodes coming up where I will be gone because my travel schedule will be up again. But
I'll bring 2
we'll figure it out.
quarts.
Yeah. Yes, you can.
Do it.
Adam wants to be me. You can totally be me. No one wants to hear me. Yeah, exactly. Yes, I'm very good at making shit up. All right, so we'll end the show here. Next week we have Heather and
Tom.
Tom. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. No, come on. Yeah, no, we have Heather and Tom next week, co-presidents of VCS, who I think have been doing some really cool stuff, and I can't wait to hear what they've really been doing.
Yeah.
Whatever they'll share, of course. But I'm excited about that show next week.
Me too.
2 weeks from tonight, we have targeted. Assuming that you can pick up the phone and respond, we should have a very big guest in 2 weeks.
Stay tuned.
We'll be back. And then I can't remember what we did, but the next month we've targeted 3 or 4 pretty big guests as well. So we're working on that. So we had a good meeting the other day. We're going to continue doing that, pushing it forward. But
That's what I'm talking about.
We'll keep things going.
Let's go.
Kyle?
Go.
Just wanted to give a quick shout out to Stephen Bankson.
Stefan?
Told him I'd say what's up.
I can't
How
wait
you
to
doing,
watch him
Stefan?
play,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Again, local? That's going to be so awesome.
It's gonna be great.
That'd be
Yeah.
dope.
Until next week, everybody have fun.
All right.
We'll see you very soon. Thank you, Mark, as always. Good producing.
Thank you.
Great producing.
Thank you.
and
Mostly
to his coach, Adam. Thank you for coaching our producer.
Thank you all. Have a good night.
There you go.
You want to go ahead and go out with the
Later,
out?
guys.
We're just going to do this for like 30 seconds now. Oh, wait.